$3.99 down, $3.99 a month.
Sometimes I make plans in my head and they happen, and sometimes they don't. So I came home last night. I was so exhausted that I didn't go to bed till probably 8:30. But I could have probably went to sleep at 5:30. And my plan was, for no particular reason, to get up at 6 a.m. and head to Michigan. Like, I already prep all my stuff at night. I need like 10-15 minutes to get ready in the morning. There's Serenity school bus. And I was going to head to Michigan. Well, reality happened, which was I slept. I just put my alarm is a nice song. So my bed is so comfortable. There's a lot of traffic. I slept till, I don't know, 7:20 instead of 6 a.m. Just kept pushing snooze. And then now it's almost 8 o'clock and I'm leaving. So I'm leaving about an hour and a half later than I planned to. But, I mean, there's no reason I needed to leave at 6 a.m., so it's okay. So, and look, oh, I'll show you, but the roads are covered in snow.
To enter the line unless you have your picture ready to go.
You get one shot.
This is the face of anxiety. So, I debate, like, the content of this vlog. Like, who's my audience, what's appropriate, what's not, like, how I need to be, like, honest with who I am, but also, like, aware of how my actions and words could impact other people. And so there's a part of my identity that I cherish my optimism and my love and for life and people and all that stuff. And so when I'm not feeling that way, I'm like, do I put this on the vlog? Do I let people see this? So I get anxiety randomly, and I have since I don't even know, probably since I was a little kid, actually. And sometimes it's worse than others. Sometimes it's clearly triggered by events, and sometimes it just is. So today I'm at the gym, and I can just feel, I feel cortisol, racing through my body. The most intense place is my hands. I feel it, going throughout me. And then in addition to that, the things that I think about on a regular basis, instead of how I would normally perceive them, I perceive all of them as a worry and a concern. And so it's like one worry to another worry. And then I'm listening to the news, and so of course, Trump stuff is worrying me, and then all the stuff about sexual assault. So I'm like, I gotta get out of the gym. Although really, I'm like, usually people want to exercise when they feel anxiety, but really I just want to stop exercising. Really, I'll just go around and navigate the world and realize and smile and study and go to class and do everything I do. And to everyone that sees me, I look normal. But on the inside, my brain is doing somersaults of concerns and worries. So, and there's this rational part of me that wants to figure out what's triggered by, what do I need to do to resolve it. And then this other part of me thinks this just is a part of who I am, and I have lots of intentional coping skills, working out and processing externally with my friends and balance in my life and stuff, so that I don't have attacks of anxiety very frequently. But maybe I just let it happen. I just let it be and don't have to understand it or stop it or solve it. But I just experience it. I don't know about that. So I'm driving back home. I feel better already. That's really great. I talked to a couple friends, said, hey, I'm feeling anxiety today, and processing it verbally, and then focusing on studying contracts. I get kind of the anxiety pass through. So that's awesome. And I love contracts. It's like math. It's just details, and you memorize the rules, and bam, 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 bam. So it's funny because I'm like, of all the things, why would I love contracts? But we did the review today, and I'm like, yep. So I feel pretty confident in that. I still need to study, and I need to read some. This little city, I sometimes forget to slow down. Schoolcraft. There's no cars in front of me to remind me to slow down. Whoa, the trash just fell out of someone's car too. Yeah, I feel pretty confident, and I like contracts. I'll review some of the essays. That'll be my biggest challenge, kind of. I always think that, but then when I start writing them, I'm like my brain's just like dumping all this information. That's what I always liked about like doing papers or writing reports. People hate doing it, but it's just like closure. Like, oh, I do know all this information, and here's an output of like a final result demonstrating this knowledge or work. So next week is it. Next week's my finals. I'm really excited. Like, I love being in school. I love learning new stuff. A challenge. I've got 5 classes next semester, so although of course I'm not looking forward to the driving, I am looking forward to the learning. Hopefully I have a few of my current classmates, or I meet some more awesome people. That would be great too. So I'm on my way. I actually have a church meeting. My mom has the little ones. She's fixing them dinner while I go to my church meeting. Yay. I think actually David's probably fixing dinner tonight because he wanted to make hot wings. Yeah. Which works out because I don't love hot wings anyways. I'm just leaving my church meeting. So I want to talk about Serenity. I'm so proud of her. So she's in the high ability classes and always has been. But I looked through, I can look at her past grades, and she actually because her grandma says things that aren't always true, I guess is how I can put that. Like, her grandma talks about what an avid reader she is. She's not an avid reader. She's not even close to an avid reader. And she even told me stories about how, she's done so bad in reading. And, in 2nd and 3rd grade, she didn't feel like reading, so she, just wasn't doing it, and realized, that she was way behind. And her grandma also told me how, besides the fact that she's in high ability, she gets amazing grades. So she tells everyone this. She hasn't. She actually has not gotten amazing grades, and I can't believe nobody's addressed it. So this first semester, she gets low grades, and I'm freaking out. Hey, this has never happened before. And I assume, maybe it's, different variables, like the fact that she's actually safe, so she doesn't have to be perfect in school anymore. The truth is, she's never done, super well in school. She's in the high ability classes, but she gets low grades, and she has a history of this, except she'll get an A in science, but she gets C's and D's in English. So her teacher and I met with her about a month and a half, 2 months ago, to be this is what's going on, honey? Are you trying your best? No. Then what's going on? Well, I just lose things, and I forget about things, and I like talking to my friends. So her comprehension, she's not struggling with the content of the material. She's struggling with focus, too much socializing, which is actually normal for her age, of course, for her personality, that's no big deal. And then organization. So she's so disorganized. Her stuff is just messes everywhere, that she loses stuff, doesn't finish it because she's lost it, or forgets to turn it in even after she's done it. So we're actively, the teacher and I told her, we want to support you and help you in this. And so 2 days ago, she brings home this paper. She's got 6 missing assignments. And we made plans about using your organizer, which she hasn't really been doing. I'm having her do homework every day after school for an hour. She has to bring stuff home and sit at the table for an hour and do homework every day. And I don't even make David do this, but just to help make sure she's not getting behind. So if she's talking too much at school, it's okay, because she's going to spend an hour at home doing stuff anyways. Because she needs that structure that helps motivate her. So she's been doing that. No complaints. Really great since the meeting. So 6 missing assignments, and she tries to argue with me. Oh, it was before we met. And I was like, baby, this one's from 2 days ago, and none of these. So we go over each assignment, and I write notes on it. She doesn't know what this assignment is. She thinks she turned this one in. She can't finish this one because she doesn't have the access to the book where the information is, like each one, and then I sign it. I said, okay, give it back to your teacher like this. I think that embarrassed her. She came home yesterday with brand new copies of that list of 6 things that she hadn't turned in, and she had everything. Like, she either was able to finish it, or she brought it home so she could finish it. All 6 things. And so on top of that, she not only had all of the 6 things done, but I taught her how to actually use her organizer. The school swears twice now they've told me they did teach them, but like, her problem is turning stuff in. And so I taught her to like write down the date something is, like on Friday when your math assigned ditto number 6 is due. On Friday you write a dash and then math ditto 6. And so Thursday you can see what's due tomorrow. On Friday you can make sure you turn it in. By the end of the day Friday you can see if there's anything you forgot to turn in, and you can write it for, you know, to do on Monday. Yeah. So she didn't know how to do that. And so then the next day she comes home super excited. She's got a bunch of stuff done. We go over everything. And she understands how to use the organizer, and she's adding stuff for future days. She just messaged me. She got everything done. She's all caught up now. And so even some of the stuff that was due Friday, she got done early. So she's learning how to be organized. Oh, I just love her. Like, whenever I sit down and show her anything, like, she just takes it in and then does it. We also went over through her whole room, and we worked on, I've taught her like Montessori style, how to keep her stuff. And so far it's been a week and a half and it still looks like that. And she's clearly gotten stuff out and put it back. So she's just amazing. She's an amazing little girl.